Here we go again, a storm is quietly gathering over Old Trafford. While the world watches at eye level, inside the corridors and on the training pitches of Manchester United, something far bigger than a single window is being baked in silence. Two names from the elite of Europe, Endrick and Vinícius Júnior of Real Madrid, are now being whispered into the same sentences that name Old Trafford in January 2026. A bold move, a signal of intent, and if this alone weren't enough, the United blueprint also includes midfield reinforcements: Adam Wharton, Angelo Stiller and Andrey Santos. And now, the latest name to join that growing list of targets: Castello Lukeba, the French defensive prodigy lighting up the Bundesliga. This isn't a scramble for signings. It's a redefinition of identity. The story begins in Madrid. Endrick, the Brazilian wonderkid signed by Real Madrid in 2024, remains under contract until 2030, a long-term investment by Los Blancos. Yet, despite the hype in the 6-year deal, his minutes this season have been limited, his development stunted by rotation and waiting. Reports across Europe now place Manchester United among the suitors monitoring his situation. Meanwhile, Vinícius Júnior, the Brazilian superstar whose flair, speed and success at Real Madrid have made him a household name, is suddenly under pressure. Contract talks remain unresolved, tensions have appeared over his role, and United are being credited with interest at the highest level. For United, the chance to bring each of these Brazilians to their fold signals not just ambition but audacity. Because what United have already shown this season to the world, to their opponents, to themselves, is that change is happening fast. The arrivals of Bryan, Mbeumo and Matheus Cunha have already given glimpses of a transformed attack: sharper movement, relentless pressing, multidimensional threat. They've unlocked something in this squad, something United's faithful have waited for. And that unlock gives context. Now, the club wants to build on it, not just ride it. So imagine a frontline where Vinícius brings the headline-making runs, Endrick brings youthful hunger, Mbeumo and Cunha sharpen the edges. The pairing alone would shift how every opponent views United. The world will stop when United attack, not because they're United, but because they're armed differently. But let's not stop at the attack. Love may grab headlines, but structure wins titles, and United know that. That's why midfield is in focus. Adam Wharton, the young English engine whose stamina, defensive tenacity and positional discipline have caught the eye. His personality is quiet but demanding. He doesn't shout, he simply does. Then Angelo Stiller, the calm, cerebral presence, the midfielder who reads space, understands timing and fits into a system more than shapes the system around himself. Then there's Andrey Santos, young Brazilian with the ball at his feet, like he's carrying a message not just for today but for tomorrow. Together, the trio presents United with a rare blend: readiness for now, Wharton; maturity for next season, Stiller; and long-term platform, Santos. And now enters Castello Lukeba, a defender built for the modern game. The Frenchman's rise at RB Leipzig has been nothing short of meteoric, composed under pressure, confident on the ball, and blessed with an uncanny ability to read danger before it unfolds. Still only 22, Lukeba already looks like a seasoned veteran. His calmness mirrors that of Lisandro Martinez, but his athleticism and aerial presence add another dimension. United see him not just as a replacement for what they've lost but as the future spine of Amorim's rebuild. Sources close to Leipzig say the player is open to the Premier League challenge, with United positioning themselves as the frontrunners for a January move. For Amorim, who prizes structure and composure from the back, Lukeba would be a dream addition. His left-footed balance complements the pressing system, allowing United to build from deep with calm precision. It's no surprise then that the scouting department has pushed his name higher and higher on the shortlist. Amorim sees a defensive leader in the making, one that mirrors his tactical vision. United's recruitment board know the challenge. Each name comes with its negotiations, with contract complexity, valuations and timing. Endrick's long Real Madrid contract, Vinícius' high profile and wage demands, Wharton's rising price, Stiller's fit, Santos' development path, and now Lukeba's Bundesliga evaluation all sit like pieces of an intricate puzzle. But United's ambition under Rúben Amorim is that they're solving puzzles, not waiting for permits. Because at Carrington, training and transfers sit on the same plane, both must feed the identity. Inside the training pitch this week, you could feel the shift. When Mbeumo scored from that deft flick, when Cunha pressed like a man possessed, the staff stopped the drill. Amorim paused. He looked up. The message was audible in the silence: this is what I want. And now everyone knows it. The work, the system, the mental shift, they're no longer theory. There's showtime. In this new United, the contract talk doesn't sit in some back room, it sits on the pitch. Senior players know that performance gives you license. The echoes of midfield absences are louder now, a spot open means urgency. The core is being rebuilt, refreshed. That's why you'll hear whispers of big names, but also right names. Because United have done the headlines, now they're fine-tuning the backbone. By the time January rolls in, the world will watch not simply for who United sign, but for whether United become unrecognizable. Because more than signings, what matters is transformation. What happens when Endrick stops waiting and starts producing? What happens when Vinícius turns potential into presence for United? What happens when Wharton, Stiller and Santos become the engine room? What happens when Lukeba locks down the defense with Martinez and United's backline finally looks untouchable? And what happens when United's attackers stop pressuring and start overwhelming? As fans lean forward, as rivals whisper, as the market churns, United prepare in silence. The pieces are moving. The windows are aligning. The desire is deep in the red. Old Trafford isn't just a theater anymore, it's the front line. Stay with us till the end, because when Manchester United decide to stop waiting for history, it's time for history to watch them.